Hey everybody, this is the worksheet that you've got in front of you, and the topic says absolute value. And what we're doing here is we're actually going to solve. I know it says state the number of solutions, but we're going to solve each equation. And you really only have one new rule compared to what you're used to, and that is you have to do it twice when you see these absolute value signs right here. Those little uprights are called absolute values. So let's take a close look at number 3. The way you'll set this up is you'll repeat the question without the absolute value sign 2 different times, but the second time, whatever it equals, you'll do that as the opposite. So we're going to set up the absolute value of 8r plus 9 equals 9 as 8r plus 9 equals 9 and 8r plus 9 equals negative 9. So you can imagine doing that setup for any of these. 1 plus 6n will equal negative 47, and 1 plus 6n will equal 47. And here, negative 6 minus 4x will equal 38, and negative 6 minus 4x equals negative 38. And you'll solve it twice. So in this case, I subtract 9. I get 8r equals 0, and I divide by 8, and r equals 0. So that's not much of a solution, huh? Minus 9 to both sides on this one. Now be careful, this is not 0. Negative 9 minus 9 is negative 18. 8r, divide by 8 on both sides. And it's okay to use a calculator if you want to just get a decimal estimate. So negative 18 divided by 8, 2.25. So r is negative 2.25. And that's it. That's what you're going to do. 2 solutions. So on the next page, you're going to see some graphing. How do you graph these things? Well, all I have to do is make a quick t-chart of x and y values, like you may have done before. And we're going to test negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So here we go. If I plug in a negative 2 here, I'd have negative 2, the absolute value, minus 3. Negative 2 becomes 2 minus 3 equals negative 1. That's going to be a point. Now I'll repeat this. I'll plug in a negative 1 right here. So the absolute value of negative 1 minus 3. Well, the absolute value of negative 1 is simply 1. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Put in a 0 here. 0 minus 3. Well, that's negative 3. Put in a 1 here. Well, the absolute value of 1 is 1. Minus 3 is negative 2. And put in a 2 here. 2 is just a 2. It's not making things opposite, it's making everything positive that you stick in there. So 2 is already positive, it stays positive. 2 minus negative 3 is negative 1. So all you have to do now is plot those points. Negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 2, and 2, negative 1. And you'll see that it makes a V. Which, can I tell you, if you do these right, all absolute value equations will make a V. All right? If you need to, repeat the video and watch the other videos that are posted. Thanks.